All right, let's get into it. Oh, Jez Nugget. Hey, man, hope you're doing well. Well, thank you. I am doing well. Hello, welcome. We're working on a snake today. Excuse me. Almost done with the snake, too. More work to be done, but we're getting close to finished. A random question you may or may not be able to answer. Okay. What's your question? Coffee. Oh, yeah. I love coffee. Excuse me. How do you avoid being awkward in conversations? I think I can only speak from personal experience, and I certainly have a lot of that being awkward. Uh, hmm. I would say that a lot of it just comes down to your own personal comfort. Hello, Princess Pamela, welcome, and Vampire Girly 69, welcome everyone. But yeah, I think generally in life, a lot of anxiety just stems from not. Howdy again, welcome back, welcome back. Not feeling comfortable with yourself. You know, it's less about the people you're interacting with and just about being able to be comfortable. Um, which means you probably need to work out or I'd say exercise a bunch, and then go to things where you're interacting with people all the time. You know, go to D&D, do things that where you're interacting with people, and eventually that just goes away because if you do it infrequently, you interact with people infrequently, then there's a then you overanalyze it. Just go out, see people regularly, get used to it, get used to interacting with people. Hopefully that helps. How's you? Hello, Anna. Welcome. I love D&D. I love D&D as well. And later today, we're going to be working on. Well, thank you, Anna. I appreciate that. Yeah, and I wish you well, Jez. That's certainly something that I have dealt with very frequently. Are you new in streaming? No. Um, and let me open up my reference here. For those of you that just joined, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. We're working on an avatar today. So I make VR chat avatars on stream. If you're unfamiliar with what that is, it's a character you can play in a game called VR chat. Artists, I help stream and get on to make logos, can help you make some great works. I appreciate it. I am not interested. But right now we're working on this big old snake guy. So we've done quite a bit of texturing. We're just going to finish up the horns today, and then we'll be moving on to getting his clothes made. You know, we can actually just do this just in texturing. Let me back up. We'll open up Painter. Can I share my work with you? No. Careful, it's a scam bot. Yeah, pretty much. Anyone that ends their username in just random numbers instead of 69. People who end their name with 69, those are the real people. Those are not bots. Snag, hello sign. Have you ever made have you ever made designs that are eventually meant to be 3D printed? Um, I have actually made little objects that I've 3D printed before. I have a whole 3D printer, a big one, that I really want to use. I haven't actually been able to set it up. Maybe this weekend I'll do that. I'm hoping to print a bunch of things. Excuse me. Well, real people like be like 97 or oh 01 for their birth year. Only millennials. Bam. All right, so we need a little shape on this horn right here. This, so we're gonna make that. And the cool part is we've got a nice way to do it. We've got a nice way to do it. Drop that right there. Actually, I probably should just paint this by hand. Yeah. Paint, because I need it to be symmetrical. Something like that. A little small. Bam. Bam. Make it blue. Make it blue. And then we'll add a filter blur set to linear dodge. So it makes it nice and soft looking. Also give it a little bit of height. Push it in a little ways. And then add a levels on top of this because I'd like to make it thicker. There. Right about there. Cool. Good stuff. All right, then we just need to do the same on the bottom. Even though this won't be seen, it'll be good to just have it and make sure that things line up. All right. There we go. Good stuff. Simple, easy, and effective. Cool. All right. I think we are done working on the body textures. He looks good. Not too much more to do there. So let's go ahead and move on to some other objects that we do need to bake. Turn off the body. Turn off the hair and the eyes and just open our tail objects here. So we've got the jewelry and these little pieces up here. Those we're going to use. These ones we have selected, we're going to export. Actually, no. We're going to first make sure we have a UV map to put them on. That would be important. Very laggy. Why? Why is it so laggy? Hmm. There are not enough objects here for it to be this slow. Interesting. It really shouldn't be that slow. Bam. Put our cursor at 0. So I can use the 0.6. Scale this down. Perfect. All right. That looks great. We're also going to throw in those other objects that I have here. See how much faster these are moving? Oh, I don't know why that is. Really fast compared to comparatively. All right. So these are tail objects. The question now is, do I combine them with other things? So I'm going to turn this all the way up to 5. Come on. Come on. So slow. How's everyone's Friday going? What are you all up to today? Doing anything fun? Good morning, Ray. Hello. Wow, this is very, very slow here. Stormy today. Exciting. Had a lot of thunder yesterday that I was seeing. Just super cool. I was driving home last night and it was just like, man, it seemed like the lightning was just hitting this one spot like again and again and again. It's really cool. Multi-resing around a little bit. Nice. Hello, Snardum. Good morning. Lots of Python and Ruby this morning. Kind of fitting the Lamau, working on some authentication stuff at work. Okay, heck yeah. Excuse me. What Ruby? What is Ruby? Let me look that up really quick. Gotcha. Hello, enthusiast VRC. How did I change the Blender colors? So everything in Blender is customizable, um, and you can just look up. If you just Google Blender themes, you can find a few. And once you have it, you just go to Preferences, Themes, and you can install them or uninstall them. And I have a few here, but I like the Emerald one. Been using that for a while. But it's not too bad. And you can also just customize the colors to whatever you want, which is super cool. you mention playing D&D last night? I was playing D&D. I DM'd a campaign. It went quite well. Man, I always feel like I save prepping for D&D till the very final moment, despite my best efforts of not doing that. I seem to very consistently do that. uh, so annoys me. I annoy myself doing that. Oh, I see. These did not get moved back. So this needs to go here. Turn this back on. Went quite well for the ogre or the party. So I'm doing it's like a steampunk campaign, steampunk Victorian uh, setting. And they went to a new island. Um, they're what they're doing is like exploring the continent, the world, and setting up like uh, trade routes um, for this like empire, which is like very much based on um, like the East India Trading Company. That's kind of the inspiration behind it. How many polygons are you aiming for? The whole avatar should be about 120,000 total once we're done. So it'll be ranked very poor, but should be pretty optimized. A lot of what we're looking at here are the high poly versions that we're going to bake into final objects. So these ones are a little bit denser than the ones that will actually go into the game. Because we want those crisp normals. Crispy normals like this. We're gonna use this to save ourselves a bit of effort later. I'll call this tail. Should it be tail? We're gonna have the body object, the tail object, and then two outfits. Yeah, might as well. We can do like 6 materials, so this should be fine. Body, tail, tail, X. Substance Painter V2. This is actually the high poly version we're exporting. Bam. Not as bad as my project. You know, it's just how it goes sometimes. I love steampunk. I used to like an old game called Arcanum of Steamworks and Magic. Interesting. Arcanum. Dope. Very cool. Reminds me of it's got that Diablo interface. Oh, it's super cool. I like that. Oh. Yeah, that is max res for that image. It says it's 1,024. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I push about 9 million polygons. I'm certainly at a. If you take the total count in this scene of this blend file, it's up there. Yeah. Okay. We was turn-based like the old Baldur's Gate game. Very cool. I'm gonna take these little details on the tail. We're gonna make a new collection called I can fucking double click it. Come on. Tail details. Details. Tail detail. uh, invert this and send these scales to here. Hide that. Take these, lower them down to the resolutions I'm actually going to use them with, which in this case is 0 on that guy. And back to Make two of these. Yeah. FBX. Snake tail minus the high poly. And set it to, so it's going to be 2. Export. But mine isn't an avatar, it's an animation. Oh, very cool. What kind of animation are you making? Here's the snake. Actually, let's go ahead and save our skin texture. I might sell the skin material that I've made, these scales and stuff. It's pretty simple, but effective. These ones, and say, create smart material. Same for the main scale, create smart material. Actually, I should rename these. Should be silent. That. And then save them. That way I can find them easily. Oh, actually, it should be. I saved that one, but it should be these ones. I am an LTG member. If you know, you know. LTG. LTG VR chat? Yeah, I don't know. But I'm assuming you mean it's something you couldn't share publicly. Latin gang. Okay, very cool. Maybe you can share publicly. I'll make a new file. I'm going to go up one folder into the body. Grab this one, save the file, open the file, open the project, save. And then, we have 2 materials, so we need to get rid of that. Give it the tail material. Guess you don't know. I do not know. I did not know. But now I do. I have been elucidated. And we'll drop in this base scales. And remove the mask. That's not what I was expecting. Just this file? What? What? Weird. LTG is an animation group that makes very flashy animations, very much like Team Party People. Okay, very cool. I don't know. I feel like I should have more stuff here, but I don't. Well, that's exciting. I'd be happy. Love to check out your finished animation at some point. It's good to see what people are making out there. I'm all about creativity here. I'm obsessed with making things. Obsessed, you hear me? You hear me? Interesting. Oh, I see. This is in the wrong folder. Should be here. Yeah. Much better. Okay. Looks like I accidentally had dropped that folder in there. It's still stuck in there. There we go. There we go. Okay. No wonder it was looking a little different than I expected. Okay. And now we can save it. Oh, I need to rename. Well, this creativity can be excessive and seizure inducing. The best kind. The best kind. So many files are so big. Pixel Tuner, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Thank you. Appreciate the follow. Appreciate the follow. Hope you're having a fantastic Friday. I'm hoping to make some animations here in with a VR at some point. I'd love to make a animation specifically for VR, something that's built to be experienced in VR. There we go. And now we've got scales. Now we've got scales. But we're still missing our texture, so back one more time. Lasers, staffs, guns, and castles. Exciting. Sounds like a good time to me. Is going on here? Oh, I'm gonna have to fix that later. I messed something. Maybe this is supposed to be in there. No, something else is going on. Okay, well, figure that out. And one more Silik layer. Bam. And create another smart material. Save. Return. Oh, takes so long to save. And spheres will blast your frames into the ground without crashing you. Hey, enthusiast VRC, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Hope your animation's coming out well. Very, very cool stuff. Just to clarify, are you making the animation for YouTube then? I would assume so. Oh yeah, look at them scales. Look at them scales. It's a lot of work. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Animation is fun, but consuming. As with most digital art. As with most digital art, it really just kind of beats you up. There's a saying that I repeat often, which is it's a if you if you teach a man to play a game, he'll be happy for a day. If you teach a man to make games, he'll never be happy again. Just notice you're also streaming on Twitch. I do. So I had to keep on I had to keep on creating fantastic work as always. Thank you. Learning so much from just lurking. Good. That is the name of the game. I was happy to share what I know. Something like that, but mostly for fun. Okay, heck yeah. Add a white mask here and get rid of it from these piercings. And then what? And then what? Then we need to bake. So we're going to go to Bake Mesh Maps, grab the high poly version, and save and bake. Oh, it needs to be a higher resolution. Bake at 4K. Bake. Back to painting mode. Awesome. So now we have the details baked in. Very cool stuff. For our smaller scales, we'll add this. Oh, cool. It's already selecting it. But we don't want it on the bottom. So go down here, tolerance. We'll have to manually paint it out. So add a paint layer here. Like that. Good stuff. And then the main scales, turn those back on. That's weird. What is that? This fill layer. There we go. Add a color selection, move it to the bottom, and sample this. And then add another paint to remove it from the top of the tail. There we go. All right, look at that. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful. Very confused about the room you're in. Is that your bathroom? I'm basically in a living room here. So yes, that is a bathroom. It's one of the bathrooms. I'm gonna close the door. Oh! Hey, Lorcan Chinook. Thank you for the subscription. Hello, welcome. But yeah, so it's basically like just one big room, which I suppose is kind of my ideal setup. But thank you for the sub. Super appreciate that. And I just moved here, and I'll be moving again very shortly. How it goes sometimes. It's a little rough to be moving so often, but I can't complain too much. We're missing some other pieces here. We need the little outline for both of these. So save. Very open and roomy. It's true. It's true. I think my ideal living setup now that I've been doing VR so much, it's basically just a warehouse. Like I would love just like one room. One room as much like with maybe the bedroom separate and the bathroom and that's it. Everything else can just be in the open space. I hate moving. I'm with you there. I'm with you there. Thankfully I don't have that much stuff, so makes it pretty simple. The trick is don't own anything. That's the bevel for the main scale. And then I need for the small scale, that'd be this one. Then we'll create another smart material. And then we go to the other file. Snaketail, I don't need to save because there's nothing that we did. I've spent about a week and a half on animations so far. So yeah, very time consuming. It is. It is. Um, well, you seem to be an enthusiast of VR chat. Um, have you ever considered just filming in VR? There's some really cool people out there that do like motion capture. There's motion capture options for VR, so you can like if you have VR equipment, there's a program called MoCap Fusion, um, where you for free, and there's a paid version and a free version. The free version you can record like 30 seconds at a time, um, but it's free on Steam. So I'll copy that and paste it here. But it's really cool. You can basically just hop into this world. Interface is a little rough, but it's free. It's free. So there's nothing you can do 99% of what you want to do with this for free. Um, so I do think it's worth checking out. And they have multiplayer, so you can get multiple people in a room, and motion capture with a few people all at once. Anyway, I love production stuff, so that's my jam. Where my heart's at. Technology. Um, and we'll put this one. You don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. I'll make this a little bit thicker. But now we have a little bevel around the edges here, which is very hard to see. We'll push it in a little bit more to make it more visible. I think the scales themselves should come up a bit more. Yeah, now they look like they got some edge to them. Ooh. And then the bottom here, we'll do MS bevel, right? Blue lines, main scale. Okay, I see. Main scale here. Maybe an enthusiast, but I'm very much not enthusiastic. I'm a pretty excitable person, so I definitely live. I live for this kind of stuff. I live for it. Are Go-Go Loco animations set up through Blender or all done in Unity? Uh, Unity. So any sort of like logic or animation. Well, animations are a little. Animations can mean like moving things or also toggling things, stuff like that. But anyway, if you go to the GoGo Loco setup, I believe they have a VRC Fury option. So here's GoGo Loco here. And they have a tool to install automatically right there. So if you go to their Gumroad, if you use the VRC Fury tool, I would definitely recommend you do, because it basically turns it into like a one-click installation. Still somewhat complicated if you've never used Unity before, but much simpler with that process. I've only been animating since just before Christmas, so I'm still trash. Hey, no need to put yourself down. Just by doing animation, you have made yourself better at animation than 99.99% of people. That's really not an exaggeration at all. And the more you do it, the further up you move on that curve. Template. Where's my flat template? Template flat. There we go. And these are going to be our metallics here. So we'll call this the piercings. I guess they're all just metal. Metal. Shiny, metallic. Cool. That was simple. Hello, Pablo. Welcome back. We do need to make one more version of our setup here. So what we'll do is go to frame 0, export these, and we're going to call this one underscore clip. If I can spell it correctly. Clip. Export. Performance metrics in VRC speak differently. Optimization takes a while to learn properly. I kind of learned to hand paint. Hey, let's go, Pablo. Very cool. I'm sorry to be so burpy this morning. Ooh. Are you learning, like trying to do an arcane style stuff? Or like what League of Legends? What's your inspiration for your hand painting? All right, so for this one, positions a little differently, so we can bake with the body of the snake. Yeah. Open. Yep. Perfect. It's a little too big. Up there. I don't think anything should clip. Perfect. Save. Here, tail v1 underscore clip. Turn this to 4K. And we only need ambient occlusion. It's impossible to optimize the animations I make. I don't think that's true, but certainly it's a lot of work. That baked really weird. Huh. Why did it bake like that? Oh, because... Gotcha. Okay, so we need to add one more high poly mesh. The actual tail high poly. Which is in the wrong spot for this. So I'll do one more time. Oh, no, I can just go here, remove this one, and add the tail clip directly in bake. Okay, there we go. That's what we wanted. Then return to painting mode, save here. Mode, bake, mesh, or no, not bake again. This time we're exporting to tail, folder, exports in here, select. We're going to do the document channels with no alpha at 4K. Export. Save. All right. Back to our normal tail file. This one. Now what we're able to do is take our Shadow. Shadow, 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 gradient shadow. Here, put it up top. Add a fill. In the fill, we get the image we just made, which is in here. Substance painter, tail, exports, ambient occlusion. Bam. As an alpha. This project. And we can search here, Silac. Yeah. And fill. Filter. Invert. Right. Okay. The reason we did that is we just want to get the shadows onto these objects where they touch the body. A little bit of bevel, set to linear dodge, smoothing, uniform. That way we can kind of push the shadow out a little bit, make it just a little bit more noticeable. Okay. Though I don't think I want the shadow on the tail. We'll do that with one of these guys. Shrink it down, move it over, squish it in a little bit, right about there. There's a few other things I need. First, let's look at the reference a little bit more closely for our tail. Right here. Does this also have a gradient, color gradient? Don't think so, no. That's fine. And we do want back to the main file. Loading, loading, loading. Always loading. We have this texture here, world gradient normal. I guess that's all I need. Highlight we turned off, and shadow. Okay, so shadow and this one. These two we need as well. Bam. Smart material and smart material. Save. And load the other file. Bam. Drop them in again. This one. Go here. And so all this does is just put a little shadowing on the bottom. All right. And then what was the other one? Shadow. This is just a curvature map, which makes very little difference on this one, but we'll include it. Okay, now let's export the textures Um, all right. Hunted down. Unity, avatar, new SDK, assets, my assets, Xylic, snake, materials, textures, and Gale. Select. Womp, womp, 4K. I'll say save because I'm not going to export yet. There's one thing I'm missing, which is another user channel for user 0. Cool. That's already set up there. Don't think the piercings have it. So let's leave it off for now. There shouldn't be an edge here. Why is there an edge? I never really run into this before, but I'm rigging my multi-res man, and regenerating the control rig takes a lot longer than usual. Did I change something? As in Blender timing out for a minute every time I regenerate. I have found that the just having multi-res objects in the scene does slow things down. Just that alone seems to make things slow. Like this morning when I was exporting stuff, just like turning it on and off like took forever. It took a really long time. I was like, should it really be like this? I don't think so. Um, After I edited my avatar FBX, a couple of the UV maps weren't applied to the correct areas anymore, and the shaders appear to be broken. Is that normal? Uh, they're probably the same issue because your shaders, a lot of those effects are dependent on your UV maps. So it's probably the same issue that you're seeing there. Um, if the textures were working in Blender, but they're now no longer working in Unity, then something's definitely wrong. Um, mm, I would say, Snardum, just turn off the modifier while you're changing it for the mesh. Turn off if you have uh, your armature mod, or a mirror modifier also can just strangely slow things down sometimes. Um, like even when it's off. Like I was noticing the other day, I was in edit mode. The mirror modifier was off in edit mode, but it still really, really slowed things down. So that could be it as well. Um, for your UV maps, it may take some doing, but you can definitely edit them to be the same as your first ones. Um, if you drop some screenshots of like before and after or a comparison, you're welcome to throw those in the Discord and I'll take a look. For example, the face UV was being applied to the eyes. I reapplied them where they're supposed to go, but I thought it was strange. Oh, gotcha. Um, okay, if it was just that, so that's a material assignment. That's not necessarily your UV maps then. So if your materials are just in different spots, that's totally fine. If it's not interfering and you can just reassign it. If you want to be, I can show you in just a moment once this loads, but you can go to the FBX settings and tell it this material slot should always have this material by default. Um, that's possible to do in FBX settings. Probably not necessary. If it's just a matter of reapplying the materials, you should be fine. Um, and yeah, that most likely means that your material slots were reordered, but not necessarily deleted or changed or edited or anything. So you should be good. Would be good. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some cashews. Time for some cashews. Time for a whole lot of cashews. Look at all these cashews. I think I prefer almonds though. Cashews are okay. They're kind of greasy, a little waxy. Ah. All right. So for anyone that's new here, we're waiting on Unity to load because it's a super slow and terrible program. I pinged you a clip of work in progress animation. Nice. Did you post that in my Discord or Utar? Self promo. Oh, I see. I have a lot of messages to respond to. Oh, thought I turned that down. Cool, like that. Awesome. It should just shoot laser beams directly into people's eyes. Very cool. Very cool stuff. Oh, also Pablo, very cool. Kicking butt with your sculpting. I like it. Also, the gif's hilarious. All right, so here's the boy. Here's the boy in Unity. And we're going to give him a tail now. these objects here require triangulati. Bam. Let's do substantive B2. 2019.431 is better than 2022. I would recommend doing your work in it before moving on to uploading in VRC 2022. I'm already in 2022. 2019 is okay. I definitely have some complaints about 2022, but overall, I think it's an improved experience. Not by much, but generally okay. Mm, mm, mm. Yummy. All right. So the tail needs some textures. Needs this texture. Also needs the correct texture, as it turns out. And then we'll do a bit of this, a bit of that, a little bit of this and that. Bam. Merge. "2019 has more supported plugins for animating. More supported plugins for VR chat animation." Oh, right, I left the teeth off. Then for the rim lighting, we'll copy this, paste, and then copy this one and paste. And then should be about it. They're matching now. Oh, we're missing the AO maps and the shadow maps. So now, oh, why isn't it? Is it not getting picked up on the this one? No, it is there. Okay, this needs to be expanded a little bit because I don't see any of the shadow getting onto these guys. Now that's a tail. I think the gradient we have on the feet, I would also want on the tail. So once again, we'll go back here. We'll go back to the body. Save. So to get around to wanting to animate for VRC, I recommend 2019. Oh, there are a lot of good tools for animation in Unity out there nowadays. It's cool to see. And I got your message, Silik, regarding the hair. That should be doable. gradient. Give me the gradient. Right here. And once again, we add the name Silex to the front. And copy that. Smart material. Save. Oh, saving takes so long. I have so many messages to respond to. Good thing to have. Good problem to have. But I'm forgetful. I'm too forgetful. Okay. Now we got the gradient. We can drop that back in here. This should be above the scales. And we'll want to rotate it. That. Oh, interesting. Okay. Bam. Yeah, just a little gradient. I think more. It should be longer. More of a gradient. More! Whoa. Not like that. Yeah. And I'm actually going to duplicate it, flip it, shrink it, and move one of those here. Make it just a little bit more color variation. I think that helps. Oh, before I export again, go to the clip that was added, or the shadow. Go to bevel. I'm going to turn this back up, then expand it a little bit more. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Lonely. Welcome. Welcome back. It's been a while. How's it going? It's going really well. We're working on a snake guy right now. Getting him made. Snaky dude. Should have more of a shadow. Thank you. I think it does look cool. I'm gonna sit down now. Too much standing. Up, down, up, down. Yeah, working on Snake Guy, and then this afternoon we're gonna get in Resonite, and we'll try to do a little D&D session. Something simple. Oh, it's too much. What is the balance here? It's like I don't see it at all, or I see way too much. Say 0.07. 0.06. But what have you been up to, Mr. Lonely? Doing anything cool? Never played D&D. Should play it sometime. It's very fun. It's very fun. It's a fun game. Hmm. That is not at all what I want. Why is it so strong? Hmm. Something about this is incorrect. It shouldn't be taking over the whole bottom of that. Working in Unity, adding a few new clothes to my avatar. Nice. Saw some friends doing D&D and VR chat the other day. Good. Good. More. I think that the future of VR is D&D or roleplay. For sure. 100%. And that's my belief. Hmm. Must be the linear dodge. Excuse me. Ah, and there's a paint layer. The fill? Well, the fill we want. Why is it? Why? All right, try 3D blur instead. It's still worse. Why is it so bad? Oh. No, no, these are fine. Never mind. No, oh. uh, how much do I charge for Blender work? It really depends on what it is and what you're doing. But I can send you my info on my form. If you have any questions regarding pricing or anything like that, definitely DM me directly. But I'll post my commission info in chat. Apparently, have a world set up for it that gives you the DM dice and stuff you need to run it. It's quite comprehensive. I finished watching the Fallout show. Was surprised at how good it is. It was good. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with it. That should be better. Export again. I one of the ships that I keep seeing on the Fallout show is Lucy with the ghoul. And I was like, I'm kind of into that. Kind of into that. I like that. Oh yeah, much better. Look at that shadowing. That's what we wanted. Free. I have a model that needs way too much work that I can muster. Um, I mostly do from scratch avatars. Um, so usually I'm not doing edits, but I'd certainly be still interested in just seeing what you're looking for and how I can help. Man, it just goes from way too little way too much. I just want it to be like a little less, you know, man? The heck? Right. Right about here, I think. Maybe the levels should be before I blur. Or we blur again. Now. It wasn't made to be rigged. It was made in Maya like 8 years ago. The goal is just to add jiggle bones everywhere. And then your character's rigged. That's all you need to do. You get a fizz bone, and you get a fizz bone. You know, it still seems kind of weird. I'm just a little surprised. I don't know why it's not taking as well as I would think it would. Hmm. I mean, this one's pretty strong even on the body, too. Body could do with a little bit less. No snake fangs in mouth. He's got teeth, but they're turned off. Like, we'll just leave him right there, or only use the levels. Or there's the blur. Blur is too strong. There's 0. There's a little. There's the levels. Okay. Hello, Hack. Hello, Zoom. Good morning. Good morning. I meant what is going on now. So we're trying to get the piercings and the tail down here integrated into the character. So right now we're doing a little bit of struggling getting that working. I need to clear that up there. We're doing a little bit of struggling because they don't seem to quite line up. We should be able to get a shadow here, a little crevice or something. Should look a little bit nicer than it is, which is upsetting me. Look at the bake one more time for the tail clip. Everything sure looks like it's in the right spot here. Yeah. Whatever it is, it's starting to come along. Well, thank you. One step at a time. It's the name of the game. Steppy. think I gotta let this go or something. It's just not working how I want it to. Ooh, just very uneven. Good morning, Kelsey. Hello, welcome. Welcome. We're just doing a little bit of struggling right now. Just a little bit. Thank God it's Friday. To good. Thank God it's dry day. Oh, and then I need to add one more paint here and remove sail. Yes, as you can tell, I was ready for the end of the week. I can, and I'm right there with you. Right there with you. Oh, I'm excited. Oh. Excited for the weekend. Excited for a napping. I'm gonna take some big old naps. That's the game plan. Man, that is so annoying. Why can't it just get in there? Get in there. Napping weekend sounds great. It does. It does. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, hey there, Sky. Good morning. Welcome. Oh, it's because I'm blurring it twice. Yeah. Oh yeah. See, it shifts the whole thing down. So that's not what we want. I think this is the only possible one that will work right here. Right here, right now. Fine. Save. Pop it open again. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna live with that one. Generally, it's correct. Though now I want to adjust the main body. Make that a little nicer because I don't like the shadow there. And it should actually come down a little bit more over here. So we're gonna open up our main one. Save. Because we need to fix the scales anyway. But he's looking super good. Super, super good. And that's on the flip layer here with a bevel. It looks like it's just getting painted out slightly. It is getting painted out. Quite literally getting painted out. You know what? I'm gonna leave that alone. Make sure all my piercings and stuff are visible. Good. And then let's see what's going on with the scales because these got broken when I moved some of these pieces around. Just the order was messed up. Save. And when it loads, I'll export. Someone buy me a new computer. Free. Oh yeah, that looks much better. Much cleaner. And we get this nice, sharp ambient occlusion in there. There's no splotchiness. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Powerful. Hurry. But one thing to change. Never mind. 0 things to change. Teeth are a little crunchy. I might be able to expand this. Make it fill up the whole thing. Give all of these at least double resolution. Because the fang came out well. We're just getting some very small. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's the baking. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Um, hmm. The problem isn't the resolution. It is that they are too big. Too big. Dang it. Okay, I need a cage then. Just for the teeth, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna turn off the tail, turn off the eyes, go to this edge here, or this spot here, go to frame 0. Actually, it's frame 2. We'll turn on the. First, we'll turn off the triangulate for everything, copy to selected. Then we'll add a displacement to everything after we create a type, please displace page. What's a triangulate for? So all programs, no matter what, even if they don't say it, triangulate your mesh. And sometimes they do it in a slightly different way. So when I bring in my character into Substance, it doesn't say this anywhere, but the mesh does get triangulated, and that will change how your projections, like when you're projecting things or painting on it, it tweaks it very slightly. It'll just because it changes the surface, right? If you have a face at like an angle or something, depending on how it's triangulated, the face can be slightly tilted or rotated. So if you're looking at your mesh and you see, actually, I'll just show you. So you can see how straight these edges are right here. Let me turn off the displacement again. Turn off this. And let's turn the tail and eyes back on really quick. But with the triangulate off, you can see it's subtle. It's very subtle, but they're just slightly wobbly. Very slight. It's very noticeable in this spot right here. Um, and I'll take another screenshot here and then send it back. So now the triangulate's on. And we go here. And you can see just how it's very subtle. But you'll see, especially in this one, how much crispier this is. Because they weren't 100% straight. It's more that I'm making sure that the mesh that's in Unity is triangulated the exact same way that it is in Substance. So I just, because it just very subtly changes their appearance there. Yeah. It's not that they weren't 100% straight. It's that they're not matching what I have in Substance. It just doesn't look the same. So I want it to look exactly the same. Yeah, you get it. Yeah, they look pretty good. Pretty good. Probably tweak that a little bit. So, not sure if I like that they're bumpy. I think I'd rather have them flush to the skin. Cool. And we'll have to get the iridescence onto the tail as well. All right. Sorry, getting distracted. There we go. Because we're going to make a cage now. Eyes, tail. Turn those off. Go back to the exploded view. Then, speaking of explosions, let's blow them up. Okay, we already have displace here. Get rid of that one. Okay, so nothing's happening, which is good, as we expected. As we expected. And then we will do object link object data. No, transfer mesh data, the vertex group, the active one, which is the displace from this group, source to our so I'm transferring the displace vertex group to each of them, and now also transfer the modifier itself. That should have transferred it. Never mind. It did not transfer the displacement. Object, link, object data. Shit, that was the wrong button. Transfer mesh data. No. Okay. There we go. Save. And displace object, link, transfer mesh data, transfer vertex group, active layer. Should work. Oh, I have the wrong thing selected. That's why. If that's the case, I actually want to make sure that this is not there on any of them. So I did successfully transfer a vertex group, just the wrong one. This one. There we go. Vertex groups. Perfect. So now they each have this place, which means I can copy the mod over. Then we can turn on the high poly, but I'm also going to make sure we can't select the high poly. We go in with weight paint. Now we're going to make a cage. So cage is very useful for baking. Basically what it tells the substance painter is like, okay, this helps prevent clipping. Basically saying these parts, this is where you should sample from, right here, this spot. Instead of just letting it be willy-nilly. Slightly strong I have. Yeah, okay, then that should prevent any of the clipping we're seeing. For the teeth, looks good. Looks good. Why is this one not displacing? Because it has a ton of vertex groups and we're not doing the right one. You should be working on... I wish there was a search bar for vertex groups. That'd be too easy. That's fine. Okay, looks good. And lastly, the claws. Oh. There is a search for our vertex groups, though. Is there? Oh my god, you're right. This little drop down here? Well, shit. That's unfortunate. No! So many years of my life wasted. Hidden boss area. Oh, man, that actually sucks. I wish I had known. I wish I had known. Oh well. Perfect. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. No clippy. Only bakey. And let's close this. Set it to 128 because now we need to bake it. And I basically have to close every single program in order to do that. Including Firefox. One more thing, since we're no, maybe, yeah. I'm gonna make the teeth a little bit bigger on the UV map where we bake again. These. I'm actually gonna move to the end. Put a cursor right here. This is the cage we're exporting. Page. Then we'll take the displace, turn it off, and send this to the original. Back to here. Refresh the mesh. Go back to bake. And close Blender now. And now we're good to go. Save. Painting mode. Turn this back on. Set it back to 2048. Go. Cool. And now the teeth look perfect. Oh, this guy's kind of poking out a little bit. Blender one more time. Blender one more time. Blender one more time. You know what they say with digital art? If you don't do it 3 times, did you even do it right? Just no resolution there. Hello, Wendy. Welcome. It's a decent amount of extra resolution, though. Doofs. I think that's okay. Yeah. Let's leave it there. Uh, uh, I can always. Yeah, that's fine. Hello, Thorn. Welcome. Good morning, y'all. Everyone's having a fantastic Friday. Happy Friday, y'all. We're working on Snake, dude. Good old Snake. Yeah, I can just move this forward later. That's fine. Okay. Good to go. Save. And oh, we do need to update our version in Unity as well. Cool. All right, I'm going to open Unity. And that'll probably take a little bit to open, so I'm going to run to the restroom in the meantime. BRB, one moment. I have returned. Someday I want to see Cobra Ab as an actual Cobra hood, not just permanent hoodie mode. Never know what to make. Constant threat display. No, this is just we're just baking it in this. It will have a toggle. Hello, Astrea. You may know maybe some other programs like Adobe Subs 3D Painter. I was trying Adobe, but it's so annoying so much for me. I can just throw my knowledge of Photoshop to trash with it. Makes it too much in my brain because of the difference. Same tool. By the way, you're sitting such a big toilet, some luxury house. This is a lot smaller than it appears to be. And I'll only be here for a little bit, maybe another week or two. But hello, Stray, welcome. So for the for Adobe, there's a few alternatives. One is Quixel Mixer, but there are not a lot of alternatives to this. But if you like Photoshop, you can just use Photoshop. There's nothing. What you need to know is what your materials are looking for. That's all you really, what your materials are looking for and how to pack channels. So if you're familiar with those, then that's really all you need. Because if we look at this Poyomi shader here, so the color in alpha, right? This is the alpha texture. And it's literally just this image here, right? So you could, if you have your UV map, you could just paint on this as you would normally, or you could paint in Blender on this, and then you just compile, just put it in. So you can just use Photoshop. The main thing that's probably going to feel unfamiliar to you is just what these other channels are for, but they're pretty simple once you look at them. Like your AO map, ambient occlusion, just a black and white map for shadowing. It's just a shadow. It's like, so if you want little shadows, you can just paint it like this. And we've got the normal map. The normal one, that's probably going to be pretty tough to make in Photoshop because it's all these little crunchy details. That one probably is that's like the main one I use Substance for. Smoothness, also, again, a black and white map. And thickness, which I don't really use, as a black and white map. Didn't know you made a toggle. I've been running my Mythic Dungeon during your stream, so I haven't been able to pay attention whenever I've been here. I have not rigged yet, or the character's not finished rigging, so we still need to make bones for the hoodie and stuff. I'm getting things out. So I've been acquired. I have problems mostly with layers. I mean, in Photoshop, you can just join layers and resize it, but it's not possible in Substance. It's layer hell. It is layer hell in in uh, in Substance. Basically, the main way of workflow for Substance that I use is, um, we'll just use let's use this hard scale layer as an example. Let me take it. No, let's do one. We'll just jump into this one here. So for the scales here, this is what I'm messing around with right here. Oh, these ones. Where is it? Where are my scales? Okay, I see what happened. This does go in here. And this up here. Gotcha. Layers not a problem. Problem is with joining them. When I paint something in 2 layers, I want to join this one place to not make a mess. Yeah, that's not quite possible, but you can collapse them. I think that generally you will want to keep your layers separate. Being able to go back and just edit just that one, like if you paint just the face, it's nice to have that painting on its own layer. So benefit those that you have very non-destructive workflow. Exactly. Um, sounds like you're just getting used to it. It's a good program. It is a very good program, but I don't disagree. It has some. It takes a while to learn, but basically, I don't use the normal paint layers in any way. I only use masks. I only use masks. Like I do not hand paint things. The only painting I do is on the mask layer. Everything is just in layers or my masks. Much better. Well, we're still missing that. No, I think this is what I wanted. I want the micro details, but just a little less. I feel like I'm missing something. Hard for me to tell what. So these layers got so confused. Oh well, whatever. Is what it is. Is what it is. Oh yeah, one final tweak. Let's go to the hood here on our details, and I would like to remove the height from it. I think that looks better. It's hard to get used to, especially coming from programs like Painter or for folks used to physical media. Love destructive workflow. ah, oh, it's so slow. Um, I think you can export your masks. So you could, if you really, really wanted to, you could export the masks and then just literally compress them in Photoshop and then bring that file back in. So you could take your mask here, export it to a file, get rid of your all these different layers, all your tiny layers, and bring in just that one image back in. That could work. It seems like a little bit more work to me, but if that's really what you're looking for, then I think that'd be the best fit. A little splish splash right there. Little splishy splash. Oh, what happened to my selections? The fuck? Weird. They got really messed up. That's odd. I don't think I tweaked them at all, though. They just literally broke. It's annoying. Set it again. Paint. And we're just going to manually paint it. Here. I wonder if it's a triangulation that changed. Not quite sure. Surprised to see that. All right, then filter, bevel. Good. Oh yeah. Copy paste, by the way, for a depth map. Do I need to convert it to normal map, or how can I insert this into Poyomi? If you are referring to the height map, that will get baked into a normal map. So it should just be part of the normal map. Like these scales here, that's just through adjusting the height values or just depth values. And then that does get converted into your normal map in the end. Let's see if I do the height view. Funny. Doesn't look like anything. But it does get baked out as a normal map. It's interesting. Yeah, that's right. Of course. That eyeshadow paint needs these. And export again. Perfect. Sorry, it just takes a long time. Make separated parts for substance. I do pull everything apart in order to help it bake properly. There's other ways to do this. There, you have something called mesh matching with high poly and low poly. You could do that with, but I just prefer this workflow. But yeah, you can. I always separate them, especially the mouth stuff, just because if you bake your files with it in there, it will break. The exception being this little tongue thing. That's fine. Just a copy in FBX. It is. I've just set up a little animation. So I've just animated the parts to a different spot, and then I put them back when I need to export it differently. Noted. I'm getting noted. Was that thing floating? This is the tongue. um, which it looks goofy in the mouth. Things are not quite in their final position just yet, but and they're in a good working position for now. All right, let's make a texture for our hair. I'm going to select our material we have here, drop in the image texture, our UVs. So I just want to see what direction these are going. Okay. G Quarky, hello. This looks like the same model. Indeed, yeah. So it'll be another few days of working on this one. Hello, Nammers. Welcome. They said that teeth and eye and stuff go separately. When they're baking, when I'm painting them and stuff, I'll pull them apart right there, and then I put them back together when they go in here. Oh yeah, that looks way better on the detail. So good. Very pleased with things are coming out. Well, looks at it. Thank you, G Quarky. Thank you. And welcome back. Happy Friday, everyone. So to make a texture for this one, let's take the hair and we'll bring it into substance. Do I want to do that this way? Yes. Yes. We're gonna go up one here, here, Silex snake, here, bam, bam, bam. Go here, file new, go up and in, grab that file. I'm gonna copy the path too. Okay, okay, okay. That's my loading screen dance. Load! Okay, there we go. Just gotta scream at it. Can't say it doesn't make it load faster. Little ad for multi-res. Again, due to how multi-res bakes the difference of viewport level versus render level, it can easily bake inside out stuff as well. That's true. That's true. We're gonna add a base color, which will be dark. The roughness will be low. And then special finger stretching technique, my ninjutsu. By the way, I need one day to spend a look at your stream zone rigging. I'm still trying to make this face tracking for my friend. I got Auto Rig Pro like you, but I completely don't understand how it works. I mean, that's what's going on in the hood, so I prefer something by hand. Well, I have just the thing for you. I actually have a Auto Rig Pro rigging tutorial. This process. I don't want to hear myself. I don't want to hear myself. Bam. So we'll drop that there. It's telling me that I just witnessed a live ad. Indeed. A real-time ad. Most literal sense. Space. You can't prepare a damn. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. Perfect. Now we got our anisotropic texture. Good old Annie. Anisotropic. And do a little slight blur on that. Filter. Blur. A little bit more intense. Actually, I could do a bit of both. We'll do that one. Make a rig, change weight painting a little bit. The most problem I have with eyes, they're like anime, like flat rings. Gotcha. For anime eyes, usually you'll want to use blend shapes for rigging them instead. IDK has movement to not round, but 2D up, down, left, right. Yeah, I would just switch it to just using blend shapes back and forth. And then I do have another solution for you that I made. Let's see. So in my assets here, I have this VR chat eye parameters. So this is a little prefab that you can drop into your scene, and it will give you IX and IY parameters. And there's a little video in here. I'll drop that there. That one I do sell. But yes, I do have a Discord server. Let me go ahead and grab an invite for you. Drop that there in chat. I'm gonna have to do that differently. I'm using how many people have their unique pronunciation of anisotropic and an anisotropic. Tropic Thunder. Prepared number 2. Turn off the color and then just push the height around till we get a nice set of dents. And let's do linear dodge. Does that do anything then? Not really. Back to normal. About there, I think. Okay. That's going to be our standard hair texture. We should actually bring the color back and set it to something like multiply. Make it dark. Barely see any of the color. And get my reference image out. Because he has blue hair, I think. Blue hair. It's like a sea foam. Sea green. The rules are funny. It's a singular rule. It's a Netscape work creator. I don't know. No idea. No idea. I will check it. Last question. Is it possible somehow to make normal map from what I have? I have only PSD with separated painted layers. There is a Photoshop filter. If you go to filters 3D, there is a normal map generator in Photoshop. It's okay. Not the best. Certainly not the worst. It'll give you something you can play around with, but I can't say that it's the best. It's just a little interesting. Delete that one. Bring back my gradient. V2. Gradient shadow template. I'll be streaming for another hour and a half for the first stream of the day. Then I'll go on lunch, and then I'll be back much later. Not much later. I'll be back in so yeah. In an hour and a half, I'm gonna go on lunch. About an hour and a half after that, I'll be back for the second stream of the day. And that's when we're gonna do some Resonite. We're gonna hop in VR for that one. Never knew about it. Good to know. 10 years Photoshop. I missed something like that. They're getting rid of it, so this is what it is. Includes me. I've always said anisotropic, but apparently it's actually nisotropic. It's it's funny because like Gaussian, gosh, like all these different digital art words. It's like, how many times do you ever hear it out loud? You only just read it. You never talk to anyone about it. That's funny. Anime neon. Okay, good. At least not. Sorry, chat. Comes in 1 minute too late. No, you're totally fine. You're totally fine. No need to apologize. I should be able to move this. I know it's not paintable. I would like to just move it. Huh. Okay. Funny, I've never had that happen before. Just doesn't want to rotate. Or give me the option to rotate. Language is fun. Birds always say digigrade instead of digitigrade. All right, go test. Knowledge stolen from your brain. Have a nice day. Same to you, Astrea. Enjoy your day. Good luck with your work, and feel free to share what you end up making. Love to check it out. Oops, that's the wrong folder. Unity projects, new SDK, assets, me, Silac, here, materials, textures. And we'll make a new folder for select folder. And I guess we'll dump all of it in there. Bye, Strand. No, it's not safe for work. There is a not safe work channel. And there we go. And we'll do the normal. And ooh, that is way too strong. Kind of cool though. Oh, I see. That's why. That's much better. Now we're looking at real hair. Real hair. Okay. Wood. And for the anisotropic, we're going to give it kind of a bluish tint. Should be like a blue-green. Let's dial it this way. A little more turquoise-ish. Hello, Areku. Welcome. Sorry to not respond to your message. I'll check that out. It's been a busy day or two. Right about there. Ooh, very nice. Push the power that way. And push up the power on this one as well. There we go. Oh, shiny. Cool. Okay. It definitely needs some rim lighting. Give it some form. There we go. Yes. Yes. And then I guess we can make it a little bit sharper. Yeah, because it looks glossy that way. Yes, the tail's coming together. Can't wait to add some fizz bones. Cannot wait. And we'll also make this a little bluish too. Doesn't seem to make a difference. Okay. We won't do that. Invert this one. Bam. Mix the base color. Push down that width a little bit. Definitely turn down the sharpness. Okay, much better hair. Looks nice and shiny. Glossy. A bit soft. We'll also give it a environmental rim, which should help it pick up a bit more of the ambient lighting. This one's really subtle. I always have a hard time noticing this, but it seems to help. Even though I don't. Oh, there we go. Cool. All right, he's looking good. Very good. I think we just blur the normals a little bit more. We'll go back here. They look a little too strand-like. 2, even 3, and I will add warp on top of this. I don't see any difference. All right. Ignoring that then. Anything else I could do? I think I will actually tile this on the Y. Maybe like 3 times. Or no, the X is what I mean. Just so we get doesn't feel as stretched. 5. Say 30. Yeah. Cool. Cool. And then let's also include an ambient occlusion. So I can grab this one, give it some AO. Wow, too strong. Let's say there. Yeah. There. Oh yeah. And that looks soft. Nice. Uh Clear coat. Get rid of that. All right. Oh, well, I'm pretty proud of that. I think that looks good. Cool. Anything else? I don't think so. I'm sure I could click more things to see what happens, but I think this is good for now. I just click all the things. Click. Oh. It definitely needs some cleanup. It's okay looking right now. It's just, but it needs some pizzazz. Do you know what you should do on Discord, which only takes one button, depending on how many worlds you have? Ban everyone. You get a ban, and you get a ban. Plus, display role members separately from online member, and it looks hella clean. Okay, heck yeah. Oh, that is a good idea. I am not very familiar with Discord. I definitely a bit of a noob for the Discord. Man. Realizing it's hard to describe stuff. I firmly believe that communication is genuinely the hardest skill in the whole world. I firmly believe that. Could you not pull up the drawing and then use a wand or whatever to copy the exact color? I could. Right now I'm adding like hues and tints. I have the base color exactly as I want it. But I'm trying to get things that are near it but complement it. Just a little variation. Because the difficulty with a lot of CG stuff is just that things tend to look flat. Yeah, because this is without it, and this is with it. Just trying to give it a little bit of pizzazz. First thing I see in your server is Grok Vision. Grok Vision. Mm-mm-mm. Then, okay. What I really wish I could use the matte cap layers for is to alter the other channels. Like if I had a matte cap for smoothness, that would be really interesting. That works like rim lighting or something. That could be very useful. I'm gonna make my darkness multiply stronger. Darkness. Gotcha. Mix base color. No. Instead, just make it dark. Why is it not? Should be black. There we go. Okay. So that's on full power. We'll make it. This time I will sample the colors. If I can. Sometimes Unity sampling gets weird. Very good. All right, so there. I really just want it just on the edges. Use that. Sharpness down again. All right, I think I could tweak with that all day. So we just gotta call it. Just gotta call it. All right. Should be a little greener. Let's do painter, base, grab, green. And then, oh yeah, I didn't actually drop any of this in here. Do I need to though? No. Well, just the masks. That would be nice. I go. No, this is fine. Okay, back to Blender now. And we'll turn on the low poly. Now for the hair, get some good reference. We got the back, and the full body. So much thicker, looks very lush and smoother. And then generally, I think thicker is the right way to go. There's more volume and more resolution. So they look very low res right now. Low res. Especially the wavy ones. Okay. And then this one's kind of crazy, so let's bring it in. This one's kind of nuts. Right, we should have the there we go. Okay. Make that radius bigger for both of them. Let's fill in that space. Wow. Shit. Okay. Nicer. The hard part is with the clothes and um with the clothes, we don't want the hair to actually touch the back because there's going to be stuff right in here. That looks good. Okay. Too many windows. Too many windows. I'll close painter for now. Do you have to rig the hair? Yes. Yes, I do. Thankfully, it's basically a large clump, so it'll be quite straightforward to have it all be moving together. What is that? Right there. Poking through. Mm. But yeah, there's not much simulation you can do in VR chat. Technically, they have like a cloth simulator, but all of it's really expensive in the sense that it just makes things chug. Just a little too slow. Hmm. Actually, want to try something. If I make a curve like this, obviously I can use this as my profile. But what if I make another smaller one like that? You ever made any models for people making a game? I have. Well, very small games. Nothing, nothing that has ever gotten any visibility on it. But a lot of the products that I sell, people are using to put in games. Um, uh, there's like a some people have put it into their Fortnite mods. Are they mods? They're not mods at this point. Um, that's been pretty cool. It's cool to see. Exactly. Exactly. Do that, then I should get. Wow. Uh, hmm. I feel like this should look a lot better. Happened. Oh, I'm actually right because I spread them apart so you actually just can see there. You ever made a gallery like simple models anybody can buy and use in anything? Yes. Yes, I have a Gumroad page, uh, which I should just be down below. Grabbing lunch with mom. Probably see you in the second stream for a bit. Sounds good, Wendy. Catch you then. Hope your mom's doing well. back to object. Okay. So now that we've done that, but I do want to make a world for me, a more of a themed world, something that uh, people can identify as, oh, that's Sam's world. Go in there and buy things and stuff. Don't get how you all streamer keep the mentality to talk, not knowing if anybody is listening. I mean, nowadays people there usually is at least a few people in all the time, but certainly when I was first getting in, it was a lot of talking to myself. But still preferable. Do one drawing. Switch back to this. 8. Yeah, I mean, it's for me, getting into streaming has genuinely just been about um, maintaining my sanity doing this. Not the streaming, but the freelancing. Because freelancing is like genuinely usually just pretty awful. You're just alone in a room for days and weeks and months and years. I much prefer streaming because it's fun. I get to meet people, get to do things. I really enjoy it. I think it has added a lot to my day-to-day experience. That we got this one really wispy one. To get very faint, not copyright music going in the background. Meeting people is a key aspect to a healthy mental lifestyle, in my opinion. At least talking to them. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't dislike the idea of doing music, but it's not. I always feel that people are welcome to put it on themselves should they really be looking for some music and stuff. Music. Mm. That's not how I thought it would go. I want more like this. Lumpies. Lumpies. Lumpy lumpies. Put on some Eminem full blast, and I'm gonna try to have a convo. Mom, spaghetti. Spaghetti. Mom, spaghetti. Actually, you know what? I should just do. Ah, so I can isolate a selection per window. Very useful. Okay, cool. Not even speaking, are you? I am now. No one tell him. No one tell him. Bam, bam. Why is this one weird? Taper object? Ah, I hit the taper object. There we go. Song is loud enough to break my ears. Are you? Yes, vectoring is interesting. Vectoring? Oh, that looks cool. Okay. Yeah, once we fill that in, I think it's going to look real nice. But we do need to lower the resolution here. Say 4. 2. It's quite sharp. Let's do 3. Bam. Bam, bam, bam. Sam is my music. I'm a one-man band. I'm a one-man band. Let's rename this to uh, profile hair. One. And we'll export again. Self-induced confusion. Uh-oh. What did I just overwrite? I just overwrote the hair. Oh, that's fine. Bam, bam. Sam lures us in with his blender chants, the siren. There we go. Interesting. Let's take the hair and go down to rendering. Take call off. All right, good. That looks a lot more like actual strands, and I'm digging it. I am digging it. All right. And then I can also take each of these. Let me turn off here. Boom. Select objects. Tab. O. Radius. I wish that could change the radius. Oh, good. There we go. It's like, I know I can do it. Alt S. Do one right here, I think. Generally make them a bit thicker. Wow. Cool. That looks really cool. Wizard Staff by Vampire is amazing. Wump, wump, wumpa. All right, we got another 30 minutes and then it'll be lunchtime. Oh yeah, that looks way better already. What in general, Earth, did I just witness G. Corky read? Music full blast, trying to listen to what's happening. I feel like I should use geometry nodes more often for the hair. Get a lot more control, I think. Because I'd love to be able to offset the tips here. Oh, I guess I can also just make more strands too. And we could go in here and duplicate this one and tell it to be profile 01 and just kind of adjust it off so you get this kind of nicer, thinner. Oh. My rotation should be proportional. Offsetting the tips. The tips are touching. The tips are touching. All right, but the real question is, what are my stats at? What is my actual stat count? All right, 13,000 for her is not too bad, actually. Autocorrect only works when you don't want it to work. Can't believe the tips are touching. Boom. All right, that feels voluminous. Dang, he's looking super slick. We're still getting some intersection in a few spots. And I think I'll do just a few strands. Need to find a way to fill up the bottom here, these gaps. And then I think I'm good. Voluminous. Looks like a massive. He is. Never mind, I can't say that. Can't say that. Let's bring this one up, I think. Here. And that should be most of the clipping already. It's a little bit more right here. And no, I actually see it. I have to make sure these are not included in my selections. Move them over here then. Bam, bam. We just traumatized Namers. Namers has seen stuff. You guys don't know who you're talking to. Namers is a master. A wizard. The tail, though. Chonk. Chonk. Wait, are you stood up? I'm sorry, Cass. I am now. I'm now standing. Now I'm going downstairs. Cool. He's looking really good. Um, there was a trap door the whole time. I want to do that in Resonite. Bring people in and then throw them through like a gauntlet of some sort or put them in traps. Hmm. Here's a question. What happens if I... No, there's no such thing as extrusion in this. No, there is, though. We do have an extrude. Does that affect this at all? Yes, it does. Totally fucking breaks it. Cool. Okay. Good to know. Malicious intent. Nammers, what have you done? Classic black hole trap prank. Classic. Got sent to hell again. Okay, so here's an interesting thought. You can bake You can use vertex colors. So can't I could I can add like a somewhat of an ambient occlusion to the hair if I wanted to. Casually peels up the Earth's crust. He knows everything. Interesting thought. Nammers is unstoppable. Nammers point a Kasoa. What's a Kasoa? Hmm. I'm gonna get some more coffee. I'll be right back. I'm gonna warm it up. Don't know what a Kasoa is. If it doesn't come back, we know what happened. Nammers killed me. They fucking killed me. I'm dead. By the way. Dead, by the way. There's got to be a way to bake ambient occlusion into vertices. You ever reached a bond timer? I wish. The male circles in a strange manner. David Attenborough, Nature Doc. Guys, make a backup file right now. We're going to do 13 free hair cuts. Conclusive male stares deathly at his project. Interactive male. Kung Fu grip. Mesh combine. And in here, I believe there's a way that we can bake the colors into our vertex paint. Paint dirty vertex colors. Dirty. Cannot tell if anything's actually happening though. No, it's getting interesting. I love vertexes. I love them. Give me the tippies. I want to separate these. Let's see. Okay, let's take all of them and do loose parts. And then do mesh, clean up, merge by distance. That may have broken stuff, but I'm risking it for the biscuit. Then we can recombine them. And then when we pull them apart, we're only grabbing one. But holy shit, that really fucked up my mesh. Okay. Mesh soup. Mesh soup. Caught him slipping up. Promises of purchase. All right, let me get my cup. Okay, I'm back. I'm always grabbing tips. Tips and nips. Hmm. I guess I can do this, and then no, it's still not working the way I want it to. So I'm still on random. Yeah. Man, it's just behaving so weird. That was my fault. My fault there. Okay, cool. Okay, now, so we can take each of these. Sam just can't hold back sometimes. Let me grab the tips and some nips. We're talking about Legos, right? Yo, how do I type Lamau backwards without noticing? That's pretty neat. Powerful. I'd be a little concerned if you started talking backwards. Then things would get scary. Dyslexia is cool. All right, I'm going to go back to my other file. Actually, no. I want to do some research. So, Blender bake proximity to vertex colors. Yeah, bake texture to vertex colors would be perfect. The fact that you just added Lamau right in the middle of the sentence. How is your day, Sam? Or is it Sam Day your is how? Or wow see you Rao Yad Max? You up whoop yeah. I know you didn't ask me, but mine is Doog. You wonk. You know what you call me? Call me a wonk. Watching multi-dimensional cable now, pretty much. Okay, we're just gonna bake them like we would bake anything. So I'm gonna take all these UV editing, take them all, unwrap them, pin them, straighten them, boom, and we're done. That's all we're done. I would love for them to all be arranged nicely. Actually, this is easy because then I can just grab all the horizontal ones, which is most of them, and then do 0.2 R90. And then we should be able to use the Packmaster to pack them. Boom. Without rotating them. So 0. Do not rotate them. Actually, we can do one better. Yeah, I have to go to UV Toolkit, fit to border, Hammers isn't human. GGG. Gotta go. Oh, sounds good, G Quarky. She'll be back for second stream. You're doing a second stream, right? Yes, I'll be doing a second one in about 2 hours. 2 hours from now. Gonna go to for dinner a proper British individual. Well, good day, sir. Enjoy your day. Do you eat the tea or do you drink it? Sounds good, G Quarky. See you soon. And I'll catch you later, dealing dirt. Bye, y'all. Enjoy your time. It's crunchy. Crunchy tea. We eat the tea. I want to just distribute these horizontally. That would be super nice. Oh, unstack. Perfect. Why have I never seen that option? I'm actually upset that I have never seen that before. It would have saved me so much time. Teacup, teaspoon. Cup these nuts. I'm sorry, I only have one joke, and it's not a very good one. I'm sorry, neighbors. Am I though? The answer is no. Why do these scale at different lengths? That should not be how that works. I don't understand that. Okay, so now we've unwrapped and we can go ahead. What on God's green earth? Is it green? Is it God? Hello, Fibstar. Welcome. Welcome back. We're making some stuff. Some hair, actually. This is the character we're working on. Right here. He's looking super good. And we're about to bake his hair. What an odd phrase. Bake hair. Beauty. Beauty. Bake the hair. Bake that hair. Not enough resolution, it seems. That's okay. Just create another texture just for the hair. Why did I join the stream with the first thing being cut these nuts? You know, I'm an attention grabber. I just grab your attention. You know. Wait, no. Oh God. I just want the ambient occlusion, please. Don't crash. Okay, good. He was thinking about crashing. He was thinking about it. Didn't go through. Too hot. I think I'm gonna make soup for lunch. Why is that singular message being blocked? I only said that I'll grab your nutties. It seems the phrase is being blocked. You leave my nuts alone. My grande nuts. It's made burgers. Welcome back, enthusiast. I'm about to make some soup in just a moment. I'm excited. Makes me feel super. I overwrote the hair again. On accident. Again. Hold up that bag again. I'm grabbing these nuts. Dad jokes are on point, though. Well, thank you. The truest of compliments. Give me your nut. There you go. You just get one, though. There you go. Little cashew. Mm, 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 mm. Yummy. I'll have to make a custom hair and normal texture. I just need the normals. I just need a custom normal texture that I can tile for our hair here. Because I just really want some ambient occlusion. That's all I did this for. AO. The AO. Which is a little too strong. Gobbling these nuts. Not the gobbler. I think that looks better. This one's fucked right there. Got broken. It's because it didn't get included with the bake hair balls. Eating goblin nuts. All right. I think that we'll call it here. I have to come back and finish up the hair again, or fix it, because it's close to being very good. Very close to being good, but I feel like I'm still missing something. A little something something. So I'll have to come back and fix it up. I was really hoping that ambient occlusion would do a lot more than it did. I feel like it didn't do anything. Maybe it's the anisotropic texture. Also, I do have a clear coat that's contributing to this as well, which I can also, oh sorry, this is the reflection, this is normal. Clear coat, that's what I wanted. Advanced act maps. Hey yo. Hey yo. Yeah, that does look better. Much better. Okay, cool. All right, everyone, we're going to call it here for the morning stream. For anyone new here, I do break my day up into 2 streams. So we're closing the first one for now. We'll be back in about an hour and a half for the second stream of the day. But I'm ending about 10 minutes early. Usually I'm in a little bit. But hey there, Sky. I'm sorry. We're heading out. 2 whole streams. Indeed. Yeah. Oh, the camera. But I'll be back very soon. But I'm going to get some food in my belly. Then I'm going to take a little nap. And then I'll be back. And we'll do some Resonite. We're going to focus on doing some D&D later today. So look forward to that. See you after lunch. Sounds good. See you then. Goodbye, everyone. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your lunch. Thank you guys for following, subscribing, hanging out, and make me laugh. That feels good. Oh, quick. We can eat while he's gone so he won't notice. Eat these nuts. All right. Bye, everyone. See you.